Alright guys, let's continue our run through Albert's story. A glade outside the woods. Camphor wood. Oh, it's moving. Albert took the short staff behind him and okay, let's give up. Rubbed its surface. Every time his hand touched it, the runes carved on the staff would gleam with greenish sorcerous energy, which gradually seeped through Albert's fingers and into the air. Deep in the old forest of Ribelow's hills, there were still several camphor trees of hundreds of years old. Albert's staff was made from one of them, as camphor wood can suppress darkness and evil spirits. Albert had chosen the best part and infused it with sorcerous energy. As the witch doctor planned before, he hung the successfully solidified nightmare, the mask of sin, and placed it under the power of the staff. After a collision of energies, the mask under the staff suddenly stopped shaking. The camphor wood with mask of sin beneath it. Okay. Albert called it the Staff of the Frozen Sin. Okay, so we've got to pick a rune. We can do cost equals 1. Didn't we have something that we had one of these things, cards you play that cost 3, we played twice, so this isn't going to help us. Choose one card in hand to retain until the end of combat. Put one card from your exhaust pile to your hand, then banish. Transmute cost times 2. I will give that one a go. The tainted outbreak has become an unprecedented pandemic, which confounded experts and scholars in all of Mika. Albert might have little more insight into the situation, but he feels prepared for the nightmare disease. Albert is convinced that these evil nightmares will be brought to justice. How old is Albert? I feel like he's got like, no, just an old man's face underneath his hood there. Seems an everlasting man. Okay. So we've got no level 3 stuff yet. So what is... Double cost, lose exhaust. Oh. Transmute, rune effect, cost times 2 and lose exhaust. So if a card's got exhaust, which none of ours do yet, you can double its cost, but then it won't exhaust. And if it costs 3, then you can play it twice. Bit of combos going on. Alright. Secluded village entrance. Albert accidentally came upon a very remote village. Although it wasn't small, its inhabitants seldom interacted with the outside world. He stayed in the village for some time, as usual, asking for clues about Hakan and the Tainted. The villagers told him that the wife of the farmer in the mill once suffered from a strange disease, but she had passed away. Let's go visit the mill. Albert went looking for the mill, and even being still far from it, the staff of the frozen sin already started to vibrate quietly. When he got closer, he also sensed the unusual energy field surrounding the place. Let's go talk to the farmer. Seeing Albert approach, the farmer behind the fence immediately became a little wary. When Albert asked about his wife, reluctancy appeared on the farmer's indifferent face. Shaking his head, he said to Albert, "She's dead. Let's ask for some details." Albert offered his condolences and kept on asking the details about her strange disease. Yet the farmer only impatiently replied, "Don't believe their lies. She wasn't sick." Then he asked Albert to leave. Albert had to give in. Okay. We've gone to the mill ourselves anyway. Interesting. Why wouldn't you reveal your true face either? I have to face those sinful, inhuman creatures. There's something more sinful than humanity's existence? Now I'm really curious. Yes. If you don't mind, may I be your travel companion? Oleg joined the team. Where did Oleg come from? Is he the farmer? But he's got like a metal head. Why wouldn't you reveal your true face then? May I decline to answer? Does your past haunt you too, like mine does? A long silence. On the contrary, so ugly. Feels like he doesn't like the face underneath his helmet. Back to the mill. Okay, we've got a companion now. What kind of... Well, what does this guy do? We've got more health. We'll work that out, I guess. Oh, that was the wrong one. Oleg. Choose one card from hero draw pile. It costs 0 this turn. 15 damage. It's all about the damage. So we'll move him to the middle, I guess. Albert walks towards a peddler's stall at the crossroads. Pleasure to meet you. I'm Albert, a witch doctor from Robilow Hills. Hello, so rare to have a visitor. What would you like to have? No, thank you. Albert looks at the goods, then at the vendor. Then may I have a jug of... Is this mead? Alrighty, here's your mead. The merchant grinned from ear to ear. Actually, I'm looking for patients who need my help. Oh, patients. Unfortunately, I don't think you'll find any old Chris who lives by the river. He's an old miller whose wife passed away. Why does everyone keep mentioning him? From what I've heard, his wife died from sickness. Is that true? Well, his wife suffered a strange disease when she was alive. But now that she's gone, he looks like some kind of sick person too. He's actually acted very strange recently. He's getting even stranger as days go by. I'm not the only one who thinks that. Most of the folks here have agreed with me. How strange. In short, it's like he's wearing shorts in winter and thick coats in summer. He rarely comes out during the day, but he's very active at midnight. He neglects his own fields too. Half of it has already withered away. It does sound quite irrational, Albert pondered. Chris used to manage his own mill too, but now he hasn't worked in a long time. Once, a long time ago, my sister went to him to get some milled flour. He switched on the machines very reluctantly. When my sister was waiting for the flour, she stepped too close to his house by accident. He got furious and threw my sister out. She almost didn't get the flour. I understand. Thank you for being so honest with me. You're welcome. I know you're someone capable. Remember to try my mead. Okay. So it looks like we're going to be going into the mill's house. We probably got to use these at some point. We want to go to the merchant yet? I wonder if it disappears if we don't go to it now. Having obtained relevant clues, Albert went to the mill again that evening. This time, he went straight to the miller's cottage. In the front of the door, the staff of the Frozen Sins vibrated violently, and the runes on it shone with sorcerous energy. More certain of his suspicions, Albert hid behind the mill, waiting for the miller to return at night. After midnight, the miller showed up in his yard, nervously. He kept looking around. On his back was a medium-sized, weighty bag that emitted a faint red light. Witnessing that, Albert thought to himself, just as I expected. We can break in. Albert turned around, applying a little push to the door's padlock. It was jarred open. Something was moving inside. Albert walked straight in, and the staff of the Frozen Sins shook so violently that it nearly fell from his shoulder. After opening a worn wood door inside, a shocking sight unfolded before Albert's eyes. A grotesque long-haired tainted was strapped to a chair by chains. Her infection marks all over her body were glowing red, and she emitted heat to the surroundings. Seeing someone coming, she reacted violently. with painful screams while twitching frantically to break free of the chains. Look for the miller. Gain tool Molotov. Don't touch her! Chris rushes out from the back, dropping the bag. Oh, it doesn't look too good. This must be your wife, isn't it? Why don't you keep bothering me? We didn't hurt anyone. I trust you. But do you know what kind of condition she is suffering right now? I know, but I have a solution. You have a solution? She's become fully tainted. During these years, have you folks ever stepped out of this house? Have you ever reached Upper Sylvia River? Those savage tainted out there won't even leave a shred of flesh when they eat humans. Don't you know what it means when someone becomes tainted? I know. I don't think you do. It means that, no, I say, no more. It means she is no longer your wife. She's already gone. Looking at Chris, Albert's firm tone of voice suddenly softens. You have to face reality. Drops to his knees and weeps uncontrollably. What if there is a way to save them? There could be. Albert talked with the miller, Chris, and learned that his wife did suffer from the strange disease long ago. Her symptoms were very similar to those of the patients of the nightmare possession. Chris had tried many methods to cure her, yet all to no avail. A few years ago, the mark of the tainted began to appear on her skin. It was not until the industrialization brought raging wars to Sylvia River Basin that the tainted infection flared up in great numbers and reached the village. Only then the couple understood how bad the situation was. Chris's wife asked him to poison her or abandon her in the wilderness, but Chris refused to do it, no matter what. Last year, his wife finally lost her mind. But even though she was tainted, she always seemed to remain restrained from attacking Chris. Even if occasionally he went frantic, she would not hurt him. However, Chris was worried that she might break out or be found, so he tied her up in the house and claimed that she had passed away from the disease. Albert asked Chris about the methods he mentioned before, but only then did Chris take out a small piece of magic copper from the bag on the floor. Albert took a few steps back. Chris explained that inhalation of the burning ore smoke could slow down her infection. He tried to make a demonstration, and then Albert saw marks of the tainted on his right arm. See what he'll do. After she inhaled the smoke, the tainted marks on her body darkened gradually. She calmed down and acted like a normal human. She gazed at Chris softly and seemed to be listening when Chris spoke to her. The witch doctor finally understood Chris's hard decision. Choose one card to remove. We have a hard decision to make. Maybe one of the attacks then. Chris, I understand your sorrow, but at this rate, you and the villagers will be in great danger. But she is clearly still alive. She hasn't left me. Look at her. As long as the grey smoke is produced by the ore, her sanity will return. Sometimes it feels as if she hasn't changed at all. She would even talk to me. She didn't leave me to look for Thealagonus by herself. I can't leave her either. Chris becomes more agitated and the tainted mark on his hand starts glowing. Chris, listen to me. Chris! Albert stretches out his hand, trying to calm the distressed miller. Still, Chris buries his face and sobs. Do you know what the grey smoke will do to you folks in the end? How much money do you have left to buy that expensive magic copper from the grey smoke sorcerer? You already know you can't keep living like this. Chris, it's time. It's time to let go. She will be purified by the hands of the Thealagonus. She'll wait for you there. This might be her destiny, but still can be cured. This might be her destiny, but you still can be cured. Trust me, I'm a candidate of Akim. I can help you. How will you help me? I know my days are numbered. No, there is still hope for you. If you allow me, I can give it a try. I've been researching the tainted and nightmares for many 10 years, almost 10 years. And your wife, I can do my best and try. Chris looks up at Albert with questioning gaze. But don't get your hopes up. To be honest, I haven't succeeded yet. I will try, but you have to promise me that no matter what happens, you will do as I say. Follow my orders and control your own infection. When it's settled, come look for me at Hilly Country. Chris' blank expression seems to raise no objections. Good golly. April the 30th. I watched Chris setting up the magic copper on a campfront staff, but I did not dare to get close to the smoke. It was releasing. Staring at the magic copper, I looked at Chris's wife. It seemed that the smoke of the magic copper had potential far beyond my best guess. I inquired Chris, from which grey smoke sorcerer had he purchased the magic copper and obtained some leads. I'm just killing myself here. After comforting Chris, I prepared myself and cast commandment sorcery on his wife, in the most gentle and slow pace possible. For the first time, I began to pray that Destinus would be generously grant her justice. I sincerely hoped that she could recover and be back to a healthy life she had been before the infection. I wish that my research could validate my theories. Nonetheless, things went athwart. Frustration struck back over me along with the strong sense of remorse. I couldn't face Chris. Even if I did manage to force a nightmare out of his wife, and it became an odd mask with that strange serene smile, Chris's wife couldn't make it. Obtain 2 talent sparks. Okay. If a human enemy dies, heal all friendly characters before. Attack cards that cost 0 deal 8 damage 1 time. Attack cards. Your team will no longer be fragile. It's pretty good. Let's go for that one, shall we? Or we could do this one, but it only gets unlocked 1. I guess this only unlocks 1 too. No frailty for us. When you skip a card reward, max HP plus 3. Okay. I don't normally skip many card rewards. But alright. Let's unlock a whole bunch. According to Chronicles of Redemption, this was Obsession, one of the 7 nightmares. With Chris's consent, I hung the mask of Obsession on my staff before burying her body. Then I used a strong sorcery to temporarily halt the tainted infection marks on his hands. I repeatedly told him to meet me in Hilly Country later. He nodded numbly. Exhaust rune. I continued my journey, and according to the lead I got from Chris, I returned to the vicinity of Liberty Dyke, looking for the grey smoke sorcerer, selling magic copper. Oh, I've rid of one of these, maybe. Alright, find copper seller. Discarding a number of cards, draw that many again. Wandering merchants back up. I could sell a couple of these to get something better, maybe. Talent sparks there. To all enemies exhaust. So I could double this cost, but it's a bit high. Deal 20 damage. This is exhaust, but doubling it wouldn't get it to... I guess, like, if I'm going to double it, I would have to do this stuff anyway. That's pretty cool. When the target dies, deal damage equal to its maximum HP to all enemies. I guess you'd only want to use it once anyway. Let's grab a talent spark. The effect of your X cost cards are increased by 2. Hand limit by 2. Rune effect, cost plus 1 will not apply. Cost plus 1 will not apply. So that's not that, because that's cost plus 2. Rune effects don't increase the cost. No, only if they say it. I guess we do hand limit here. None of them are that good. wow. Okay. Alright. Oh, we got the blacksmith again. We've got a couple of things we want to do with him, but I don't know if we want to do that right yet. Cost times 2. And gain exhaust and ethereal. End of combat. After playing, remove the deck from this deck. Why would you want to do that? I guess if you only want to play it once, it doesn't do anything good though, realistically. Choose one card in your hand to gain exhaust till the end of combat. Banish. Alright, I might go to the blacksmith later. Alright, Liberty Dyke was a free town located in Willow Hills. The townsfolk were free to believe in whatever they chose, or in nothing at all. They were no longer subject to any faction rivalries. There were rich, thriving trade streets. One could buy anything at the black market and the gold-watered chamber of commerce. There was even an industrial district where all the kinds of excellent craftsmen gathered. In short, Liberty Dyke was a city of freedom for everyone. Albert reached Willow Hills, but had no intention of going to Liberty Dyke yet. Searched north. Instead, he was searching north of Liberty Dyke. We'll grab the money. Oh, there's a... Oh, we got a new whole section now. Literally, the only thing I can do is go to the ruined guy. Alright, so punch would cost money, wouldn't it? Or maybe I can only punch one card. Got all of his cards have those in them. Transmute cost times 2 and take away banish, take away exhaust, sorry. Gain innate. We got a power card? We don't. Oh, we do. Maybe we'll put innate on that. Yeah, so we can only punch one card. Okay. All right. And then what's it gonna do? Press. Oh, that's the armor one. Prevent attack damage to start next turn. Oh, I can preview it. Target gains block. Gain perseverant. Persevere. Block gain from this card will not be removed. Yep. Okay, cool. It's not the easiest to see what's going to happen. When you put this in here, it should just say what the other one is. So cost is times 2, and that's just destroy a card. Alright, we'll leave that. Okay. Outside Liberty Dyke. Let's get a combat in. There seems to be a lot of dialogue and not much combat. Scum. How does it feel to exchange human life for money? Who are you, old man? You don't know what... No, you don't have to know who I am. You're the one who's been selling the magic copper, aren't you? Grey Smoke Sorcerer? Oh, so you know who I am. But how dare you treat me with disrespect? Which of my customers told you to come here? A miller who lost his wife. How can you possibly take advantage of someone like him? Oh, that old thief. He's nothing but a crook who steals to survive. Besides, you pity him too, don't you? It's precisely because I pitied him. That's why I sold him hope, and it's good. Hope? You better answer my questions, honestly, provide me with some clues. Otherwise, I'll show you what hopelessness feels like. She roars with laughter. Have you heard of Hakam Reed? He's your predecessor. You mean the Grand Chancellor? Greysmoke Sorcerer asked, laughing. Your Grand Chancellor? Tell me everything about him. Albert exerts more strength, trying to restrain her. She struggles and frees herself from Albert's imprisonment sorcery. Okay. She's got a decent amount of health. Discarding number of cards, draw that many. Okay, we don't have that much, but we can put her on fire. What's this one? At the end of your turn, put one give up into opponent's hand. How do I do this? Use. Okay. 3 times 6, 7. Well, we'll do the power card. Which will stuff us up. Oh, but that was free, apparently. Oh, we got one more point. So this is Oleg. So if we play his card... Play this card twice when Oleg is at the back. Does that go here? It does. So we should have played the power card at the end. Well, we should get some block anyway. Wait, how does she lose all her fire? Didn't we put a whole lot of fire on her? Or is that just deal damage, not actual fire? Okay. Alright, it's gonna hurt. Give up. Lose 3 HP when you play this card. Retain exhaust. Alright, well this is quite good. And we'll keep it for a whole turn. And that was a skill. So we can play an attack. For free. And now we need another attack. Cool. When the next one card deals damage, apply poison equal to a HP loss. Darn it. Okay. Oh, look, here we go. Oh, no, that way there. Put one card from your exhaust pile to your hand and banish this. We've got nothing in our exhaust, I guess. Okay. Cool block. Trigger effect and +1 block each time this card goes into the discard pile. I guess we're just friggin' maxing out our H block. We'll just get rid of this. Choose one card in your hand to get exhaust to the end of combat. Okay. Positive effect, she's got none. So that was a skill, now we're going to do 2 attacks. Choose one card from the hero draw pile, it costs 0 this turn. It's pretty good. We've got a lot of armor, so we're fine. Oh, well that was a waste. Then we'll just try and survive without getting this extra card, shall we? Like our hand size has increased. Alright. So there's status. It doesn't help us. So our draw pile is pretty big now. And that's a skill. And 2 attacks. This would probably be decent. Except we want to play that. Oh, stuff that up completely. Okay. Do we play some of these? Play one. Oh, we can actually discard them. We can do that next turn. Where's his other card? That'd be cool. Alright, let's use this. We can discard all the status cards. Got one back though. Okay. So why do we keep that in our hand? There was something I got, was there? Not sure. Alright, so she's gonna hit us hard. We lost all of our armor. Damn, I thought we had tons. Damn, we should have done that. We could get rid of some cards. What is she doing? 36. So that's fine. And she's dead. Okay. He's barely alive. Albert rushes forward to question him for clues on Hakan, her. Tell me, if you value your life, where's the Grand Chancellor? Where is Hakan? He's at Nightfall Swamp. As she wheezes, grey smoke bursts out of her mouth. Let me live. I told you the truth. Albert releases the imprisonment. Who on earth are you? Why are you looking for the Grand Chancellor? Albert ignores her and strides away. Okay. Alright. Talent Spark, Gold. This is pretty good. 8 Strength. Costs 1 energy. A random power card to your hand at the beginning of each combat, and it costs 1 energy. Yeah, let's go this one for sure. Ooh, look, they're getting pretty good now. Alright, let's choose 1 card. Deal 24 damage, add 1 fierce to your hand. Apply 6 fire 5 times to random enemies. This is Oleg. Deal 8 Y damage X times. X times this card is played. Y increases the with more talents. What's talents? Must be his type of thing that he's got. Upgrade Psychic Circle. Gain 2 Psychic when 3 attacks are played in a row. So it's more than about all about attacks. And gain 2 Psychic, which is... Now, Psychic does more... What did Psychic do again? Exclusive to Wizards. Deal 50% more damage for each 10 Psychic. Okay. More power cards, hey? We could make this go twice. But it's not going to help that much. Deal 24 damage, add 1 fierce. Deal 20 damage. Increase damage by 10 for each retain turn. Interesting. We have to decrease something's cost by 1 after doubling it or something. Should be nearly impossible. Okay, we could skip the reward. I think we'll skip this one. Alright, another fight down here. We'll do one more fight here and then we'll jump to the next episode, I think. Ooh. So what's this gonna do? Scheming. Skill, attack. We don't really need to do that. I guess it gives us psych. And this would be quite good to get 24 poison on him. And then we can always just do the fire at the end here. Alright. 26 damage. Lose HP at the start of turn, half each turn. Okay. So he's doing 12 damage. So we want to do skill and then 2 attacks. We've got 5 cards we can find. So there is an attack. Okay. So we've got 1 skill and then we do 2 attacks. Let's do this one first. And then do the fire and we gain 5 health. That's armor. Can do this for free. And then we've got enough block now. Can we save this? It's out of 3, so maybe not. Maybe. Let's attack with 1. And then we'll see if we can save this up. Yeah, we do. 4 out of 3. I think I kind of remember that from last time. Alright. Doing 9 damage to everyone. So skill, attack, and attack. 15 gold. 1 to 3 rune cards add to a deck. You can skip and get more max HP. Gain 1 energy banished. That's not bad. Innate plus and buried. Buried. This card gains innate, appears in your hand when battle starts. Why is it plus? When your deck is your deck will not be shuffled this turn. Okay. I don't know what innate plus is. Opportunity rune level 3. Put 1 of 3 cards from the top draw pile to your hand. Put 1 card. Lose exhaust game. Why is it level 3? I don't know. We'll grab the energy one. Let's have a look what we got here. Double effect if you have even psychic. How do we get a 3 cost card? Deal damage equal to you twice your psychic to all enemies. 12 block and 1 psychic. All gain 1 thorn when you play a skill this turn. None of these are really working. I haven't found what's going on with the flames completely. We're gaining a health every time we do flame damage. But I feel like there must be something else that we can get done with it. $18 block, double effect if you have even psychic. Do we always have even psychic? We don't play that many skills. We play a decent chunk of them. But 1 thorns each time. I think we'll skip it again. Disposable item. 10 max HP and a clue. Alright, we'll continue this in the next episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. There's a lot of talk. Hopefully I'm doing okay with reading it. But I'll see you next time. WhiteFalcon out.